To the air right away is May. Got a man. It's Keyshawn Butte. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Looking to throw. May. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll run with Gibson. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
King, Phil King. Don't touch that.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll go to Barkley again. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. That'll go as a pickup of 8. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
That's complete to Shipley. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Up the middle with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. Oh, they're changing this at the line. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. They go play action with Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here we go. Ready?
To the air, May. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw with May. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
63.
Dotson in motion right. Hurts. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Hurts changing up the play. On 2nd and 10. Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. On play action, May. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Bond coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. From the 17, Hurts flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts from 17 yards out. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. What a first quarter. Boom, you're up 3 scores just like that, and the offense clicking.
And they're thinking to themselves, we can totally overwhelm.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. From the shotgun, May with it. They'll roll him out right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce. Didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here comes third and the length of the football. Play action. Here's Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. And that is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Let's go.
Here's May. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Let's go now.
To throw, it's May. Got his tight end, that's complete. It's Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry from 8 yards out. And the Patriots get a bit closer. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on fourth down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They'll look to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
So things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
To about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Hey, 73, 73.
Second down, here's Barkley again. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get it.
Hurts fumbles it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
2nd and 7. Throwing here is May. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Play action. May.
Eluding the pressure right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll try and throw for it with May.
Escaping the pressure right.
That is caught.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back to throw again. Buying time to his left. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the 1st half.
Short pass caught by Henry. And he's got some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of 1st halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here. Flush to his right.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 27 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Now Hurts looking to change the play.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And now here is another interception. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on third downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this first and goal.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
104 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Looking to throw, May. He completes it to Henry. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go!
Off the play fake, here's May.
And my goodness, another interception. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out through.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 14 yards out.
And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Hurts will throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air, May.
Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
They'll throw with May.
Flushed out right. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
From the shotgun, it's May.
Out right to Bourne. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here. But that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
They go play action with Hurts.
This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Grant Calcaterra.
33 yards.
And the Eagles extend their lead yet again. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Let's go now. Ready.
Hand off to start the drive, but this is going to wind up being a reverse. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
Now, after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17.
On play action, May.
Got the connection here to Bourne. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Ready up. 19, Tiger, 19, go.
And they go play action with May.
Completes it to Douglas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
He'll buy some time right. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down.
They go play action now. May.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down, and the Eagles defense able to hold.
Throwing is Hurts. Out left to Dotson.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
It's caught. Smith. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line.
And Hurts going to move him around.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. That's good for 28 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hurts.
And it'll be intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Play action, May. Throw complete to Bell.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
To throw, it's May.
Steps away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Here's May.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
4th down, here's May.
And now here is another interception. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jahan Dotson.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from going up by 40.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw, May. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
They'll try and throw for it with May.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They'll drop to throw.
Towards the end zone for Brown.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
128 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Oh, he fakes a spike. Flush to his right.
And he's going to get out of bounds at least, so the fake spike does yield a completion, but that's a big risk to run there.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
From the shotgun, it's May.
This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
That's good for our Patriots. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
To the air, May.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing here is May.
Open man is Bourne. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
2nd and 5.
At their 49-yard line.
From the gun, it's May.
Being chased out left.
And this one too low.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, They brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll throw with May.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
They're going on fourth down. May.
Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Dances by him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
140 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit.
Oh, what a move. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
From the 31, Hurts forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts,
31 yards.
And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
On play action, May.
Rolling to his right. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A handoff to Barkley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
They'll run here with Gainwell.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
39-yard line.
They run once more with Stevenson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
And they go play action with May.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's May.
And now here is another interception.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They go play action with Hurts.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Now Hurts changing up the play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
Here's a give to Barkley.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll go to Barkley again. Nifty move. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there.
Well, 207 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Miami.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Eagles are pouring it on.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Eagles 75, Patriots 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A power set here on 3rd and short yardage. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
It wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught at the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
This a 2nd and 8.
They'll set up to throw. Buying time to his left.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 47 yards.
And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
To throw, it's May.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
2nd down and 3. Now a handoff. Stevenson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
And they'll run the toss here with Stevenson.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Again, it's Stevenson.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Escaping the pressure right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2.
The Patriots will line up for
May going to try to throw for it.
Steps away to his left. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
63.
Here's Hurts to throw. That one downfield for Dotson.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
But Charles, are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.